Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's time for another Webtoon review. Welcome again to my channel, guys. This is going to be a Webtoon on a Korean one called Imitation, and it was released a few a few weeks ago, a few months ago, actually. Through Yem Press. Now, Yem Press did send me this copy to review for you guys, so thank you so much for them for releasing this for me to review. If you guys have not checked them out, they have quite a bit of stuff out. Time of recording, I've already recorded August and September's manga, anime, light novel hauls of them sending me stuffs, and it's a lot of stuff. So go check them out. Go give them some love. They deserve it, and they're really just a great company that support the otaku anime community here in the U.S. So make sure you're giving them some love. You guys can check this out. There is going to be a link in the description below where you guys can buy it. So make sure you check it out. I'll also try to include in the comment section. I'm going to try to include more codes for you guys to buy the series because that helps me as well as a producer here. So, okay, before anything, if you have not done so, make sure you subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and share. That helps the video. It helps the impress as well. And check out the other reviews. I have a lot of them already out, so it wouldn't be that hard to find one. I promise you, because I'm doing like 4 or 5 per week for them. So make sure you're checking them out. Okay. Imitation. This is volume one. Um, it was a lot slower paced than I thought, and it was really like from the get go. From what I was reading in the beginning, I kind of knew it was kind of there was going to be a love triangle. I didn't realize how maybe wrong I am. So we follow the life of the girl. She's really the main character. Her name is Mahali. She is in an idol group called Tea Party. Now, if you don't know, Korean culture, idol groups are very popular, but there are also a lot of them. So not every single idol group is successful, and a lot of them after the debut, after a few months, they start dying out. So her group just debuted. They didn't do so well, and it's because of the manager. The manager is someone who he's basically putting his whole life savings and his own restaurant in as collateral, which not wise to do, but he's trying his best to support these girls. So, Mahali tries her best. She's kind of a yes girl at this point because, again, she's an idol, but not the best idol. Well, she ends up in this event where a bunch of other idols are there, and that's where this guy comes into play, Ryok. Now, Ryok, he is well-known idol. He's very popular, and he is part of a boy idol group, right? Well, Mahali ends up competing physically with one of his group mates, and he ends up hurting him physically by I would say accident, but she was just being very competitive. And she didn't really mean to. She just thought that the guy could take a hit, and apparently he couldn't. So Ryok jumps in, and this is where really all the drama starts. He gets after her, yells at her, and people are shocked about it. Um, Now, Mahali is known in the industry because she is a lookalike of another idol who's very, very popular. So that's how people view her in the industry. It's not hard to know why she gets jobs in the side, because idols have to do that, to be imitating this other actress or idol. And she ends up getting a job where she's gonna act for a K romance drama, and it's gonna be with Ryuk. And Ryuk takes initiative and he improvises and he ends up choking her and telling her the truth, and he in his mind is like, well, she deserves to know the truth. And he basically like, you're worthless, you're just a copy of someone, and you're never gonna be anything but that. And people praise him, both of them, for their acting, but obviously that's very traumatic for her. She for like half of the volume, she's very standoffish from him, and he at first feels like he's in the right, and then eventually realizes that maybe he went overboard. So um, a lot of things happened in this volume, guys. Like I said, it felt like I read two volumes in one volume because so much happens. But essentially, they eventually are together in another event, and with her hurting her feet, him helping her, they make amends, and he somehow gets her phone number. Um, with having her phone number, he tries to say sorry as well as uh, he was kind of the cause of her getting hurt. So to pay for her bills, he buys her makeup and accessories and et cetera, et cetera. Well, she ends up again at another acting gig with the member that she hurt, and at the end of the volume, Ryuk basically goes takes advantage and goes and picks her up, offers her a ride, and while they're waiting for the manager to show up, he makes his move. Now I'll stop there for now. Let me go back. There's a lot of characters that come into play that adds so much to the series. For example, for Mahali, you have the other idol group members who are very close friends with her. They don't see Mahali as the main leader, but they see her as the one that gets the most attention for the group. And again, because she is imitating someone who is already famous. Um, there's a manager who's obviously trying his best to keep her having gigs, keep her having active. That way, people become fans of the idol group. You also have Ryuk's whole group of members, as well as his managers, as well as the producers for the dramas, who saw a lot in Mahali. They actually interviewed her at one point in the series, and they realized that she memorizes the scripts really well, and she really has um, a natural thing for drama. So that's why she gets that second gig. So yeah, a lot of characters left and right. The other character that I left off is the love triangle guy. There's another guy who's been friends with Mahali for a while, and he's in a different idol group who's up and coming. So you have Mahali, they're basically an amateurs. You have his friend or her friend, sorry, they're up and coming, and then you have Ryuk, who are they're basically up in the where you want to be. Well, his friend definitely senses that there's a chemistry or there's tension between both of them, and he tries his best to basically not have them hanging out too much because he likes Mahali, and it's very obvious. He makes it obvious in the volume. One of Mahali's idol groups likes him as well, but she's all about, well, I'm gonna let him do his thing with Mahali because um he obviously doesn't like me. So yeah, that in a nutshell is the first volume. Now, Ryuk making his move is a big thing because usually this kind of stuff doesn't really happen in a series like this. It's always almost a tease every single volume, like, oh, they almost did something. Oh, they're almost about to do something, and nothing ever happens. Um, if stuff does happen, usually you're kind of tiptoeing on mature content, right? This one not mature at all, but he does make a move. He does make a move, and he makes it clear enough where his intentions are going. Well, at least I think so. The volume ends there, so we don't get a response from Ahali yet. I really like the series, to be honest. I'm excited to see if Volume Two comes out. If it is already out, I'm gonna have to buy it myself, which is fine, because it's a series that I'm really highly interested in. Um, so yeah, it is a Korean uh, manhwa, I believe is how you pronounce. It's a webtoon. So go check it out. Give some love to Yem Press. They do such a good job of releasing all this stuff. Thank you again for watching this video. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.